for our first Swiss round, we're gonna have Amabon versus Taufik Wiradarmo. What do you think about these players, Hashegi?
So yeah, I think both of these players are very veteran players, especially Amabon. He's been playing since PTC 2014. I think we can see the achievement and also the his records on the bell soon enough on your screen.
Yeah.
So yeah, Amabon is actually pretty much a very veteran player. He's been playing, representing Indonesia for the Pokemon Asia Cup for the past 2014 and 2015, and we have seen he has no PGC 2017 achievement. He has joined the Jakarta first qualifier, but he does not do any cut. And actually, yesterday on the LCQ last chance qualifier, he is on the first rank on out of 28 players. And also, he's from Jakarta. And if you want to follow his Twitter, you can just go to Amado PGC. And on to the next player, we can see Taufik Wiradarmo, which is also the staff of PKMN-id. He has a lot of PGC 2017 achievements as he is really active in this format. His top 8 on Jakarta's live tournaments 1 and 6. He joined 5 of the 6 live tournaments. I think he joined most of the tournaments. On the Malaysia Open too, he bubbled up. He's on the 9th rank, and he's also the runner-up for the side event Premier Challenge, friendly against Hong Kong and Africa, both clean sweep 2-0. International Challenge in April also made top 128 and top 256 respectively. So he's a really good player in this format, in my opinion.
Yeah, he wants a lot. It makes him a tough opponent.
So yeah, probably if you go to the battle spot and you saw Pikurin, Meru or Sakura, it's probably him. And if you want to follow his Twitter, it's Piku Chaneru. And so I think it's enough from us, and we should go on to the team preview shortly.
Yeah.
I think we can go on to the team preview.
Yeah. As we can see on our left side, Taufik's team, Taufik brings Arcanine, Tapu Fini, Snorlax, Muk Alola, Porygon 2, and Klefki. While on the right side, Amabon have Talonflame, Crocodile,
Wishy-Washy.
yeah, and
It's a
Tapu
Wishy-Washy.
Koko, Metagross, and Orangutan.
And there's the shake hand from both of the players. And you know, it's a really interesting thing when we saw yesterday's Amabon using the Oranguru and also Wishy-Washy strategy just to do a trick room, and then after that do many Muddy Wars just to kill off the opponent, and it's proven to be successful in the VGC on the last chance qualifier, but probably not today, because today there are a lot more experienced players, probably players who have watched his game yesterday is more prepared to be battling against Ama's team.
Yeah, both players seems bring a different team. So
Yes, it's a totally different team actually. We have 12 unique Pokemon because you know there's no Pokemon that's actually overlap each other. We see Arcanine on the other, which is one of the most popular Pokemon, but not on Ama's side. He onto bringing his Talonflame for the fire type Pokemon, and there's Tapu Fini and also Tapu Koko on the other side. And Taufik is also bringing his signature Pokemon, which is Klefki, probably a double screen setup. But and also I think he needs to be wary of crocodiles, Brick, as we see on the World Championship. The winner of the VGC Master, he uses a crocodile that uses a brick, so probably Taufik want to take into account for that brick as well, because if he sets up too much and then after that the brick is coming out, so he actually lost his Klefki and also in the early turn of the rounds.
Yeah, both players are ready with their team. Yeah, you're gonna see soon what's their lead. Taufik brings Tapu Fini and Klefki, while Amabon leads with Crocodile and Orangutan.
Oranguru.
Oranguru.
Yeah, it's Oranguru. It's fine. Okay, so it's really interesting, right? It's a bit different lead from yesterday that we have saw the Wishy-Washy, but Wishy-Washy probably is not going to deal a lot of damage, especially the Tapu Fini. And Tapu Fini here goes for the Misty Surge, probably can just give off a swagger onto his next his Pokemon beside, which can be an Alola, Gulp, or even a Snorlax. But the thing is that the Oranguru here can just set up a trick room. But if he decides to set out the trick room and Taufik Wiradarmo sends out the Snorlax, then Taufik is on the better side because Snorlax is partially a more slow Pokemon than Crocodile. So it's really tricky to Amamon to set up the trick room right now. But Taufik Wiradarmo is pretty much in a really good position because he can just set up with the Klefki with a double screen with the reflect as you see.
Yeah, there's the reflect, and Crocodile use Brick Breaks to target the Klefki, and the reflect wore off. And there's the Moon Blast from Tapu Fini to Crocodile.
And Oranguru uses Town actually onto the Klefki, so Klefki cannot use any reflect or even light screen on the very next turn. But it's a really good position. It's really unique that Oranguru uses a Town, as it's a slow type Pokemon. So Oranguru's Town is actually came into effect on the very next turn. And also on the turn that we have saw just now, it's a really good turn because Taufik's Klefki is Taufik's Klefki Brick Break is getting out from the Brick Break, so the reflect is not there anyway.
Yeah, now Taufik switched the Klefki to Snorlax since the Klefki are down. And now Crocodile use Earthquake and hit all the Pokemons there. And there's the Swagger from Tapu Fini to Snorlax.
Yes, the Tapu Fini of course uses Swagger to Snorlax, attack rolls sharply, but does not get with any confusion because of the terrain. But here we see the Earthquake again coming out from Oranguru's Instruct.
Yeah, Oranguru just used Instruct to Crocodile, so Crocodile can attack once again, hitting many Pokemons at all, and it's critical hit there.
Yeah, I think it's a critical hit can be a bit huge onto the Tapu Fini, as Tapu Fini will be a bit, and actually munching the berry. Two berries.
Snorlax and Tapu Fini snaking the berry and restore some health.
So there's two pinch berry information that you want to take. Snorlax mostly will be pinch berry, but not all Tapu Fini are in a pinch berry item. It doesn't hold pinch berry, so Amamon probably want to
take a note of it.
Take note of it.
And there's the Earthquake again, and Oranguru avoid it thanks to the ability. So Earthquake hitting Snorlax and Tapu Fini again. There's the heal pulse from Tapu Fini to the friend. Snorlax gain some health again, restore it to full.
Yes, restore to full, and there's the Oranguru uses Instruct again, just going to spam more and more Earthquake and to deal a lot of damage onto these two Pokemon and potentially kills off a Tapu Fini in this very turn.
Yeah, we will see whether it's a good bite for Tapu Fini. Yeah, it's still hanging there barely.
Yeah, barely is hanging on actually, but the return of going onto the Crocodile will kills off Crocodile. But the thing is that it's really hard, but Tapu Fini does not have any recovery option, so Tapu Fini can be just easily killed on the very next turn, especially with Tapu Koko going on the field right now. And this,
Yeah, now Tapu Koko just reset the terrain into electric terrain there.
Yes, and so right now Tapu Koko is relatively fast Pokemon, while Tapu Fini is being endangered or endangered with any attacks. For example, like Dazzling Gleam for the Tapu Koko just to deals off 2 damage. But Oranguru here is actually a bit of a that way if he cannot use his Instruct, as if he tries to go for a Trick Room, it will heavily disadvantage him because Taufik is bringing his Snorlax.
Yeah, Snorlax is there, so
it's really hard for him to just go up for the Trick Room. And also that this Tapu Fini is actually using Protect, does not want to get any damage in this turn.
Yeah, Taufik wants to make the Tapu Fini stay longer on the battlefield, and there's Snorlax in a bad position there.
Yes, and actually an Instruct with a terrible double targeting that Snorlax, and it's going to be pick up a KO, so it's really powerful.
Yeah,
Tapu Koko.
Yeah, since we are on the electric terrain, Tapu Koko is become a big threat there.
Yes, especially it's on the electric terrain, as you said before, it will be really dangerous for these two Pokemon. And Klefki is actually being sent out again. Probably sets up a sets up a double screen, or at least at this point he needs to set up the light screen. And also there's no Crocodile, so there's no more Brick Break, so the light screen can be set up and can be stay long enough on the field for like 5 to 8 turns 5 to 8 turns.
Yeah, it's still very tense right now.
It's still very tense. Both players are actually taking time to make move on their Pokemon.
Yeah, and now they're ready. Taufik switch in the Tapu Fini and send out Muk Alola, so it can be a threat to the Tapu Koko. And there's the light screen from Klefki. And there's Thunderbolt targeting the Alola Muk.
Yeah,
And
so
there's the town again to Klefki.
So yeah, Klefki is probably going to be switched again onto the Tapu Fini, or it's going to be sent out on the very next or just going for the foul play, but the foul play is not very effective onto both of these two Pokemon. Oh sorry, so Oranguru does not really matter. Does not really hate to be get by foul play, but I think Taufik's choice is to reset the terrain here.
Yeah, and because the Klefki already taunt, now Taufik switch the Klefki into Tapu Fini again. And there's a Thunderbolt from Tapu Koko and Mok Alola items, the berry activate and restore some health.
So yes, as we can we see that the Thunderbolt from the from a Thunderbolt without the terrain is not going to be that huge, but the Thunderbolt double targeting Thunderbolt is still going to be some decent damage onto the Muk.
Yeah, and Mok Alola just used knock off the Tapu Koko, knocking the choice pack.
Yes, that's actually a really good information right there that Taufik wants to probably take it to the game too, as the Tapu Koko is revealed to be choice pack, which it's a really high damage onto the Snorlax also. So one of the most potentially the item is actually the choice pack.
Yeah, and there's the discharge just now. Pick a KO to the Tapu Fini. And Oranguru use instruct again to the Tapu Koko, and Tapu Koko will just spam the discharge.
So yes, I think the strategy from Ama is actually just to have a setup from his Pokemon and then just going for the instruct and to deal off a lot of damage. And there's the knock off onto the Oranguru and actually knocking off the Pidgey Berry.
Yeah, it's super effective, and Oranguru hanging there with the yellow HP.
Yes, and also Taufik's actually bringing three Pokemon with Pinch Berry, and we still do not know if his Arcanine is also a Pinch Berry variant. So it is a bit of a very variant team, and the Tapu Koko here is still in a really good position because it's one of the fastest Pokemon on the field. Can with a Thunderbolt and Instruct from Oranguru can kills off the Alolan Muk, which is going to be pretty huge, or probably still the game on this best of 3 game actually.
Yeah, I think Taufik is were cornered right now, since the Muk Alola is not in a good health.
Yes, Alolan is not in really good health and already stacking its berry, so probably Alolan can be easily killed off in this very next game. But we see a forfeit from Taufik Wiradarmo. So Taufik cannot do anything. Probably there's no chance for him to win against an Oranguru or also the Tapu Koko, which is really good, a solid team in my opinion.
Yeah, Ahmad taking the
first round, in this first round of the best of 3 match. So we are going to the game 2, and we'll see that if Taufik can bring this to a game 3 or will finish on a game 2 with Ama winning the match.
Yeah, will Taufik bounce back from
his loss?
Yeah.
From his loss, it's pretty hard because Taufik, he decides to go for a swagger onto his Pokemon, either to the Alolan Muk. I think, in my opinion, he's going for the Alolan Muk, the swagger to Alolan Muk, or also swagger to the Snorlax. But it does not really effective, as Ama's Pokemon is really high attack with the Crocodile, or even a really high special attack with the Choice Pack, Tapu Koko, which can easily kill off these 2 Pokemon in just 2 hits.
Yeah, and Oranguru is always taunted the Klefki, so Klefki is like in a bad position, hard to do many things.
Yeah, so I think Klefki is not really good choice use. It's not really good choice to be for Taufik to bring on this game.
And Taufik needs to think a new strategy to against Ama.
Yeah, I think so. Arcanine is actually a pretty solid choice, going for the Intimidate onto the Crocodile or even a potential Talon play. And also, can deal a lot of damage onto the Tapu Koko, and there's also the extreme speed just to chip off the damage if, for example, Ama's Pokemon is on a very low bar.
Yeah, we can see that Amas already finished picking the team. He looks confident with it.
Yeah, he looks really confident with it, especially when Ama's on the very first game on this grand final tournament. He's really solid. He's really good in choosing his teams, and he's really certain that, you know, on the teams that he want to bring on this very next game.
Yeah, both teams are ready. We are going to see into the game.
And yes, and for the leads, we will be seeing shortly with Amada PGC on the ice is closed.
Yeah, Taufik sent Tapu Fini with Porygon 2, while Amas sent Metagross and Crocodile.
And so yeah, the Crocodile here is going to intimidate the Porygon 2 or Tapu Fini, which does not really actually affect it that much. But the
Yeah.
Misty Surge going to stand out, and
There's
yes,
the download is
special attack
active.
rose. So the Ice Beam from the Porygon 2 onto the Crocodile will be a bit huge, and also Metagross can deals off a lot of damage with the Meteor Mash onto the Tapu Fini, or even a Hammer Arm
Yeah, the
onto the Porygon
Metagross
2.
will scare the Tapu Fini there.
Yeah, but I think it's a good. It's a bit changing that Amas tried to change his lead, even though he have a really good position on the game before.
Yeah, and send Oranguru to the battlefield now. And there's the Moonblast to the Oranguru. Make the special attack drop. And there's the Meteor Smash targeting into the Porygon 2. And there's the Ice Beam to Oranguru.
And so yeah, there's the Ice Beam onto the Oranguru, and also double targeting that Crocodile slot before. Probably wants to kill off that that Crocodile as soon as possible. But the Metagross is the key here, because Metagross right now is in a pretty solid position, as you know, Tapu Fini and also Porygon cannot hit Metagross that much, or kills off Metagross in this very next turn. And so Taufik decides to change his Pokemon onto Alolan Mok.
And there's the swagger from Tapu Fini to the Mok Alola. And Mok's Alola attack increase, but not get the confused because of we are on Misty Surge. Misty Terrain.
Yeah,
And
Misty
there's the
Terrain
instruct to the Metagross. Metagross use Meteor Mash, but it's avoid attack.
Yeah, the avoided attack is really huge, because if there's the Meteor Mash hitting onto the Pokemon, it will be very huge and deals off a lot of damage, as a Metagross attack is really high.
Yeah, bring Metagross is quite hard because the accuracy is like not 100%.
Yes, it's always a gamble when you want to go for a Meteor Mash, but you know, in return, it's a really good Pokemon. It's really good move because the power is also really high, and there's not much choices for a Steel type move to be used in in PTC 2017.
Yeah, because it's a big threat to all Tapus.
Yes, it's also a big threat to all Tapus, and also of very many Pokemon in this format.
Yeah, and I'm going to just switch the Metagross into the Crocodile. Crocodile's intimidate, make the opponent's attack drop. And there's the heal pulse to the Mok Alola.
Yes, and so this is actually a support Tapu Fini, and a -1 psychic going onto the Tapu Fini.
Yeah, and the knockoff from Mok Alola just pick a KO to the Oranguru. It's the first blood now.
Yeah, it's the first blood, and it's actually really good that Amas, even though the Oranguru is not seen that much of a threat, but if Oranguru stand there for a long time, it will be very dangerous for
Yeah,
Taufik.
the Instruct is quite dangerous.
Yes, Instruct is very dangerous to the Tapu Koko using the discharge or even an earthquake. Just double earthquake is really dangerous, especially with Alolan Mok on Taufik's side.
Yeah, and now Tapu Koko is sent to the battlefield and reset the terrain into the electric terrain. We are going to see what will happen.
Yeah, we'll want to see what happens, because Crocodile can just go for discharge onto the crocodile, and deals off, super effective to the Tapu Fini. But
Yeah.
Tapu Fini decided to be sent back in favor for his Snorlax, which is his last Pokemon.
Yeah, and Tapu Koko's Thunderbolt into the Snorlax, and it's quite hard.
It's really hurt actually, and forcing Snorlax to munch its berry.
Yeah, and there's the Rock Slide into the Snorlax and Mach.
Yeah, I think it's picking up the flinch, but we don't see a flinch here, and the knockoff going onto the Tapu Koko,
Yeah,
going to just knock
remove
off.
the choice specs.
But I think Taufik just want to play a safe play. For example, if the Tapu Koko decides to be switched onto the Metagross, the knockoff will be, revealing Metagross other Pokemon. But other than that, I see no reason why Alonamo why don't he just go for a poison jab and just to kills off the Tapu Koko right off the bat.
Yeah, I think so too.
And also the Crocodile right now is in a pretty good position with the Earthquake trying to deal a lot of damage onto the Mach. But of course, he opted for a Rock Slide, just picking up, fishing up a flinch.
Yeah, both of Ama's Pokemon is like double target, giving a lot of damage to the Taufik's Pokemon.
But we see a flinch again onto this Crocodile, wants to see what is Crocodile's item, which is an Assault Vest. As the flinch onto the Snorlax, onto the Snorlax, and probably Snorlax want to go for a Curse or Setup, so it can attack on the next turn.
Yeah, it's too bad for the Snorlax.
Yeah, it's too bad for the Snorlax, but this is a Pokemon game, anything can happen. And Alalan Mok right now is a really good position. He can just go for a Poison Jab onto the kill Tapu Koko. But, Metagross can be just switched in, and it'll be really huge. But there's the Rock Slide and just picking up the KO onto the Snorlax.
Yeah, it's too bad. That's the end of Snorlax. We won't see Snorlax anymore. And there's the Poison Jab, finally.
Yeah, luckily he doesn't switch for a Metagross, and the Poison Jab just picks up a KO onto Tapu Koko, so it's 1-1
Yeah,
exchanging.
1-1 Pokemon.
And so we will see both these two players onto their last two Pokemon, which is the Metagross and also Crocodile, which in a relatively healthy position with... Oh sorry, there's still Tapu Fini and also Porygon 2 from Taufik's side, so the game is still pretty long.
Yeah, and there's the download, activate, and raise the special attack.
Yeah, it raises the special attack. It's actually really good because the Ice Beam can just kill off a Crocodile right off the bat, and a knockoff from Alolan Mok, which just reveals Metagross item and also actually deals off a lot of damage with a super effective. Just knock off just to deal a lot of damage with the stab and also removing Metagross item.
Yeah, both players taking their time to think what move will they choose.
Yes, because Ama is, even though on the very first game he's more dominating in the game, but right now he's not that dominating.
Yeah, since
it's
the
really
card
hard.
already refilled by Oranguru's instruct the other Pokemon. So Taufik decided to just finish off the Oranguru first. Yeah, and there's the Ice Beam from Porygon 2 to the Crocodile. Yeah, and it's pick a KO to Crocodile.
Okay, so we know that the Metagross is Z Stone variant of the Metagross, but we still don't know which Z move the Metagross can use. So Taufik Wiradarmo can collect the information to take onto the very next game, and Earthquake actually going on to the both of these moves,
Yeah.
but does not pick up the KO.
Yeah, both are still hanging out there barely, and there's the knock-off finish of the Metagross.
So yeah, the knockoff can with a high roll can goes off to the neck or can kills off
Yeah,
the Pokemon Metagross with just 2 hits.
yeah, Taufik just come back from his despair, make it tie now.
Yes, it's a really good game actually from both of these two players, even though there's not much hype moments going on, but it's a really careful play from both of these two players. They know what they need to do just to win the game,
Yeah.
and it is this is the match that I want to see on a
Yeah.
grand final tournament.
Many interesting strategies there.
And also the variety of the Pokemon we see 12 unique Pokemon on each side. And so yeah, I think I want to say that thank you to all players and also to all participants who joined the last year's qualifier, and also to all sponsors, PS Enterprise, and also we have PS Enterprise, and there's also Unipin, Logitech Gaming, and also we held this event on the Bajak no Hanjaya Y10, which is held by the BINUS International Japanese Culture Club.
Yeah.
For these mascots, there are matches of so there's static
Yeah, the both players are ready. They are already done with choosing their team. We're gonna see the leads soon.
So yeah, I think we have reset everything, and we have Taufik Wiradarmo against Amabon on the third round of the match.
Yeah, and
We see-
Taufik sends Snorlax and Porygon 2, while Ama sends Metagross and Oranguru.
So yeah, America sends out an Oranguru, so probably we can see potential Z move right off the bat, or even just use a Mero Mash and picks up a KO on one of these two Pokemon.
Yeah,
Or even an Earthquake is actually also possible for America just to use it. But the thing is that Oranguru cannot really set up the Trick Room because it will be heavily more favorable for Taufik to just for his Snorlax to set up the Curse and picks up the KO onto the Metagross and also Oranguru.
yeah, that's right.
And Metagross here needs to be wary of be careful of potential high horsepower from Snorlax because Snorlax obviously has high horsepower as
Yeah.
one of his move
And
tools.
Metagross just used Nether Mesh to the Porygon 2, and there's the taunt from Oranguru to lock the Snorlax.
Yes, lock Snorlax not to letting him using any not letting him to use any curse, but there's the high horsepower missing onto the Metagross, which is pretty huge.
Yeah, it's too bad there.
Yes, and actually Taufik's turn is really good. He predicts the town from Oranguru to the Metagross.
Yeah,
So Metagross, not to Snorlax. So Snorlax just up for direct attack onto the Metagross, but sadly the high horsepower misses, and therefore Metagross is still on the field with a healthy position right now.
yeah. It's already tense in the first.
Yeah, it's already really tense, especially on this very third game. You can't afford any more misplays, or you can't afford any more loses, because you will just lose on this game.
Yeah, and now Metagross just use Protect, and Oranguru use Psychic to the Porygon 2.
Yes, the second on Porygon actually special defense spell, which is going to be huge, and the Ice Beam
Was
onto the
blocked
Metagross
to
and
the-
high horsepower onto the Metagross. Really good.
Yeah, it's a
turn
good
by Ama.
prediction by Ama.
Yeah, it's really good prediction by Ama just to beat two direct attacks on the Metagross. Go for a Protect, and Oranguru at least can deal some chip damage onto the Porygon 2.
Yeah, and Taufik decided to switch the Porygon 2 into Tapu Fini there.
They're going for Tapu Fini, probably is also going for the Swagger onto the Snorlax.
Yeah,
It's going to be
but-
huge, but Mario Mash
Yeah.
from America is going
Yeah,
onto the
Meteor Smash
Tapu Fini.
into Tapu Fini, and there's the Instruct again.
And two Meteor Mash onto the Tapu Fini is going to be huge, especially if a crit and picks up the KO, but it does not pick up the KO. But the the attack rolls of the Metagross is going to be huge on the upcoming turns.
Yeah, and Tapu Fini just snagging its item, the Mago Berry, and there's the high horsepower targeting Metagross.
Yes, and Metagross is very, very bulky, and thus, Metagross can still hanging on.
Yeah, and there's the town just wore off.
Yes, and it's going to be really, really hard just for Tapu Fini to just set up Swagger onto the Snorlax, because if the Metagross Mega Mash hits onto the Tapu Fini, it can, after the +1 attack, you'll never know if it can pick up the KO.
Yeah, and there's the Swagger to Snorlax, raising its attack.
And raising its attack, but do not get confused, it's a really good move. That's the
Yeah,
Z
there's
move!
the Z move!
It's actually a tectonic rage from Metagross. It's not really popular, but you know the tectonic rage with a +1 attack and a high base power onto the Snorlax can pick up the KO probably.
Yeah.
But if it picks up the KO, the Swagger will be for nothing.
Yeah, Metagross and Snorlax to the bottom of the earth, and it's still hanging out there. And
Oh, but there's the miss as well.
yeah, so many things happening there.
There's the misplay from Orangu. Probably he's thinking that Instruct again can use Z-move twice, but apparently not.
Oh,
But there's not apparently, but you know, it's a pretty huge turn because the high horsepower, if it attack gets onto the Metagross, it's going to be huge and going to pick up the KO onto the Metagross. But the high horsepower misses again, so you know, things can still be going on both ways.
Yeah. Yeah, Snorlax is a bulky Pokemon, so it's quite hard to take it down.
But you know, with a +1 Metagross, it's going to be hard for even Snorlax to, you know, stand strong with the Meteor Mash attack. But Tapu Fini can just go for a double target, but opt for a switch in.
Yeah, Taufik switched Tapu Fini into Mach Alola, and there's the Earthquake.
Then I think that's a bad, not a good prediction. And by Taufik, and the Earthquake is going on to both of these Pokemon. Doesn't picks up the KO, but you know, it's a super effective deck. You don't want to get that much damage onto the Alolan book as early as just send out onto the match.
Yeah, and the Mach Alola is forced to snag its berry to restore some HP, and there's the Earthquake again.
Yes, the Earthquake again onto both of these two Pokemon, potentially knocking out the Snorlax, and we will see if it knocks out the Snorlax.
Yeah, it's still hanging out there barely.
The recycle.
And there's the recycle.
So it's a random move probably because of the timeout but it's actually recycle, so it's still okay.
Yeah, it's still okay.
But you know, Alolan Mok, a relatively slow Pokemon, Metagross can just picks up a KO onto these, onto with the Earthquake, and picks up the KO onto these two Pokemon, which is pretty hard for Taufik just to come back on this match.
Yeah, Oranguru is like a big threat because it always spam Instruct to the other Pokemon.
Yes, and it's really good game by both of these two players, and also in a way decides go for the Porygon. Taufik's going for the Porygon 2 and just download an attack row, so potential return is an option.
Yeah, and there's the Earthquake again, targeting both of Taufik's Pokemon.
Yeah, it's going to be pretty hard, especially if Orangu just going for the Instruct and picks up the KO onto the Snorlax.
Yeah, we will see whether Snorlax can still hanging out there.
Nope, hanging on. Probably picks up the KO onto the Porygon 2 as well after the +1 attack on the Metagross. So it's pretty hard.
Yeah, it finished off both of Taufik's Pokemon, the Porygon 2 and Snorlax, out of the battle.
Yes, so Oranguru is actually can be pretty much a very dangerous Pokemon.
Yeah.
As we can see from Ama's Pokemon. On Ama's team, it's really huge threat, even though just sitting there with the fan.
Yeah.
You know, just with the fan, chilling with himself, but you know, just asking, hey you, just go for an Earthquake again. Hey you, just go for a Meteor Mash again. And you know, picks up KOs consecutively.
Yeah, Oranguru is a very good support to the other Pokemon.
Yes, Oranguru is a relatively very high supportive Pokemon. And Tapu Fini here, and I think it's really hard for Taufik just to get back onto the match, especially Metagross is a faster Pokemon right now.
And Ama's Pokemon still have 4, while Taufik left with 2, and one of the Pokemon is hanging out there barely.
Yes, but Muddy Water, there's no Muddy Water actually. Moonblast onto the Metagross cannot pick up the KO, but the Heal Pulse will make Alolan Mok survives for a little longer.
Yeah. Metagross use Earthquake again.
Yes, the Earthquake onto these two Pokemon is going to be huge, but we'll see if Muk will survive, and it does not survive, so I think Brahma Amabon will take this third game of the first Swiss round in this best of 3 match.
Yeah.
And so yeah, I think both players have came out to the result where Ama is winning the game.
Ama has really done a good job here.
Yeah, it's a really good job by Amabon picking up the first win against a grand finalist, not last chance qualifier player. And you know, we can probably see him on the very next on the top cut probably.
Yeah.
And you know, Taufik he still can make it to the top cut too.
Yeah. He needs to do more of the best lah to make a comeback.
Yeah, he needs to win the next 3 sets of his game, which is a bit difficult for him. But of course, Amabon has the more of advantage onto getting onto the top cut. But in any case, that Amabon's team is really good and really solid with this Orang Group, and it's proven out. Even though it's the support, it can be also one of the main structure for his team.
Yeah. I'm so happy that we can see that amazing match there.
Yes, and so I think that's enough from us.
Yeah.
Supposed to be, right? And enough from us, and we'll be bring on the. Actually, he also won his first Swiss round on the stream yesterday on the last chance qualifier. Bring it up to Amabon, so stay tuned, guys.
Yeah. Hello everyone. Now I'm with the winner of the first Swiss round. Hello Ama.
Hello.
Congratulations for your win.
Thank you, thank you.
How do you feel?
I feel really great actually.
What do you think that makes you win?
I know that Taufik's team doesn't have any water type moves, so my Metagross actually it's really fine there. And then there's also the Klefki, which also use the barriers such as light screen and the reflect. And I also use the brick break to break those barriers.
Yeah, that's really good prediction. So what do you think about Taufik's play?
So actually Taufik's play is really kind of getting the attack boost and defense boost and stuff. So I really need to get rid of that Klefki and also that Tapu Fini. But actually Tapu Fini doesn't have any attacking moves. So like, if he doesn't have any friend that could KO my team, then Tapu Fini is not a threat anymore. So I just focus on the Snorlax, on the Andreas.
Yeah, that's quite cool because at the first you like to taunt the Klefki.
Yeah.
Is there anything you want to say to the audience?
Actually, thank you for my brother who actually gave me the idea for the team. We train also together, but unfortunately my brother couldn't make it to the Hashegi today. But yeah, I'm doing my best today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.